said soon, like it was true. I saved that word like a gem. Now this room keeps your shade in the chair, in the rain on the glass. I still hear your small laugh when the door would shake and let us in. We were young, we were sure, we were stars on the floor. Now I hold what we were, like a box with no door. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I miss the road we never took. Stayed in the dish by the sink all these years. I never moved it, I don't know why. Some days I feel you near. We had names for our home, for our kids, for the years. Now those names are dust on shelves, and I brush them off in tears. We were close to the light, then it broke in our hands. I still reach for that gate, but it's gone with the sand. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I miss the road we never took. My mother said time won't wait, then she smiled like she knew. Now I see her old face in my own, looking through. Every age has this ache, every hand lets something fall. We all carry a lost sky, and we name it after all. The road we never took. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I grieve the life we almost knew. Keep your ghost in what I do. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. For every heart that didn't make it through. Keep the old note in my blue coat. Your name still fits in my hand. We said soon, we said wait. Now the rain knows what we planned. I can see it clear, like glass in my mind. That road we built ran out of time, and every small thing that we left behind still calls her face into my mind. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I held the future, then let it slide. What could have been still lives inside. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. The chair by the door still pulls me there, like you might walk in with your hair half wet. The cup on the shelf, the cracked spoon too, little proof that I still kept you. I can see it clear, like glass in my mind. That road we built ran out of time, and every small thing that we left behind still calls your face into my mind. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I held the future, then let it slide. What could have been still lives inside. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. Maybe every age has this same pain, a door half open, a name in rain. We grow, we lose, we try again, but some old hurt still knows our name. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I held the future, then let it slide. What could have been still lives inside. One last goodbye, one last goodbye, one last goodbye. I say it slow, I love that life, I'll never know. I found your note in a drawer the blue cap on the floor. We were young in that small room, talking big like we were sure. You said we'd see the sea, you said we'd leave by 3, but the train came and went, and it took that dream with me. Now the night feels long, like a road I can't cross. I hold your words so tight, but they turn into loss. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. We had a sky we never got to try. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I miss the life we left behind. Old shirt still fits the chair, your laugh hangs in the air. I keep the map we drew, half the towns were never there. My mother says time moves on, my father says be strong, but I still taste that day like a song that won't be gone. Every year feels new, but it ends the same way. I carry your name like a stone in my pocket each day. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. We had a sky we never got to try. One last goodbye, goodbye. I miss the life we left behind. Maybe some hearts just stay in the rooms they knew. Maybe every generation loses something true. I stand where we stood by the cracked front gate, and I talk to the dark like it might give back that day. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. We had a sky we never got to try. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I miss the life we left behind. If I close my eyes, I can almost see the life that left, and the one for me. I found your note in my old coat, one line bent up by the wash. You said soon, like it was true. I saved that word like a gem. Now this room keeps your shape in the chair, in the rain, on the glass. I I still hear a small laugh when the door would shake and let us in. We were young, we were sure, we were stars on the floor. Now I hope what we were, like a box with no door. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I miss the road we never took. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I grieve the life we almost knew. Your ring stayed in the dish by the sink all these years. I never moved it, I don't know why. Some days I feel you near. We had names for our home, for our kids, for the years. Now those names are dust on shelves, and I brush them off in tears. We were close to the light, then it broke in our hands. I still reach for that gate, but it's gone with the sand. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I miss the road we never took. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I grieve the life we almost knew. My mother said time won't wait, then she smiled like she knew. Now I see her old face in my own, looking through. Every age has this ache, every hand lets something fall. We all carry a lost sky, and we name it after for every heart that didn't make it through. I keep your photo by the bed. It does not smile the same. We made a world out of a dream, then watched it fade away. Your words were warm and gone so fast, like rain on broken glass. I still can name the little things that never came to pass. I close my eyes and I can see the life we drew, the life it should have been. One last goodbye for what we lost. One last goodbye for the road we crossed. I still miss what could have been. One last goodbye, and then again. Every year feels like a room with empty chairs at noon. I hear you laughing, passing names, then lose it far too soon. Some days I am my mother's child, some days my father's son. We all carry one thin line of things that came undone. I close my eyes and I can see the life we drew, the life it should have been. One last goodbye for what we lost. One last goodbye for the road we crossed. I still miss what could have been. One last goodbye, and then again. Maybe that is how we heal. We hold the sharp knot high. Maybe every heart will break in its own time, in its own sky. I will not call it wasted, I will not call it cold. It was mine for just a moment, then it slipped out of my hold. One last goodbye for what we lost. One last goodbye for the road we crossed. I still miss what could have been. One last goodbye, and then again. One last goodbye, I let you go. One last goodbye, still in my soul. I still miss what could have been. One last goodbye, and then again. I kept the old blue note folded in my drawer. You wrote, I'll always stay, right before you were gone. I still see your face in the back of my mind. Little things we said still cut me every time. We were young, we were short, we were chasing more. Now I stand here alone at the end of the road. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I still hold the ache of what we could not keep. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. Some dreams never die, they just learn to sleep. Your chair by the window still waits like before. I pass it each day and I miss you more. Broken promises in a small heart stack. I read them at night and they look back. We were bright, we were brave, now the years have changed, but I keep your name like a small blue flame. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I still hold the ache of what we could not keep. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. Some dreams never die, they just learn to sleep. If I could go back, I would tell you stay. I would save that hour, I would change that day. But time does what it wants and it leaves no sign. So I say your name and let it cut through mine. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I still hold the ache of what we could not keep. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. Some dreams never die, they just learn to sleep. Looking back, I can see that lost future was part of me. One last goodbye, one last goodbye, one last goodbye, one last I found your name in dust on an old blue box. 3 cheap rings, 1 note, and a crack in the lock. You said I won't leave, like it was a fact. Now the room feels small with your shadow in back. Keep the small things that should not stay. A bus ticket, a promise, gone the wrong way. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. What could have been still lives inside. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I miss the life we almost tried. The house is the same, but it sounds less kind. Your shoe by the door and the years behind. We laughed at the rain, we played past you. Now I fold your face like an old tune. I kept believing you'd turn around. just fall before they lie. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. What could have been still lives inside. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I miss the life we almost tried. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I let you go, but not tonight. I kept the old blue note folded in my drawer. You wrote I'll always stay right before you were gone. I still see your face in the back of my mind. Little things we said still cut me every time. We were young, we were sure, we were chasing more. Now I stand here alone at the end of the road. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I still hold the ache of what we could not keep. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. Some dreams never die, they just learn to sleep. Your chair by the window still waits like before. I pass it each day, and I miss you more. Broken promises in a small heart stack. I read them at night, and they look back. We were bright, we were brave. Now the years have changed, but I keep your name like a small blue flame. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I still hold the ache of what we could not keep. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. Some dreams never die, they just learn to sleep. If I could go back, I would tell you stay. I would save that hour, I would change that day. But time does what it wants, and it leaves no sign. So I say your name and let it cut through mine. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I still hold the ache Looking back, I can see that lost future was part of me. One last goodbye, one last goodbye, one last goodbye, one last goodbye. I keep your photo by the bed. It does not smile the same. We made a world out of a dream and watched it fade away. Your words were warm and gone so fast, like rain on broken glass. I still can name the little things that never came to pass. I close my eyes and I can see the life we drew, the life it should have been. One last goodbye for what we lost. One last goodbye for the road we crossed. I still miss what could have been. One last goodbye, and then again. Every year feels like a room with empty chairs at noon. I hear you laughing, passing names, then lose it far too soon. Some days I am my mother's child, some days my father's son. We all carry one thin line of things that came undone. I close my eyes and I can see the life we drew, the life it should have been. One last goodbye for what we lost. One last goodbye for the road we crossed. I still miss what could have been. One last goodbye, and then again. Maybe that is how we heal. We hold the shard, not hide. Maybe every heart will break in its own time, in its own sky. I will not call it wasted, I will not call it cold. It was mine for just a moment, then it slipped out of my hold. One last goodbye for what we lost. One last goodbye for the road we crossed. I still miss what could have been. One last goodbye, and then again. One last goodbye, I let you go. One last goodbye, still in my soul. I still miss what could have been. One last goodbye, and then again. by the old blue mug. Same small words, same old hurt. We said forever like it was easy, like time would wait. But the days kept moving and the door stayed closed. I still see it, the life we drew. Little hands, a house for two. I still feel it like a wound in glass. What we were, gone too fast. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I hold the shape of what we had. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. Broken promises in my hands, missing what could have been. What could have been. Your jacket still hangs by the hallway wall. I don't wear it, but I touch it all. There were names we picked for the days ahead. Now they sit in dust by the bed. I still hear it in the quiet room. Your voice said stay, I said too soon. I still see it like a faded sky. Two good hearts passing by. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I hold the shape of what we had. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. Broken promises in my hands, missing what could have been. What could have been, missing what could have been. Maybe every age carries the same rain, a different face, a different name, but the loss still lands the same way. In a mother's chest, in a child's day, in my line, in your line too. A dream is born, then split in two. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I hold the shape of what we had. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. Broken promises in my hands, missing what could have been. What could have been, missing what could have been. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I love the future I never had. I found your note in the blue coat by the front door light. Your words were small, but they hit me hard, and I held them tight. We said next year, like it was near, like time would wait for us. Now every room has a missing side, and the air feels rough. I keep the cup you left on the shelf. I say your name to no one else. I see that road we never got to drive, and it hurts too much to stay alive. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. What could have been still lives in my mind. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I miss the dream that never had time. Your chair is gone, but I still look there when the house gets quiet. The porch steps creak like your old shoes when you came in smiling. We had small plans and brave young hands and a future in our talk. Now I hold dust in old photos where your laugh still walks. I keep the cup you left on the shelf. I say your name to no one else. I see that road we never got to drive, and it hurts too much to stay alive. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. What could have been still lives in my mind. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I miss the dream that never had time. Every age says mine was the hardest, but pain still knows my face. My mother cried, my son will too, when hope slips out of place. So I let go of the words we say and the life we drew in chalk. Still I keep one small light where your name can talk. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. What could have been still lives in my mind. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I miss the dream that never had time. I loved you then, I love you tonight. I kept the old key in the top blue drawer next to your small note from the year before. We said maybe soon, we said for sure. Now the room is quiet, but I still want more. I see the mark on the wall by the frame. I still say your name like it could stay the same. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I held the door till the sky ran dry. What could have been? What could have been still lives in me, and it won't leave. Your shoes by the mat, your coat on the chair, little life signs like you might come there. Every birthday song, every cracked door played, every small year I did not save. I trace the past with my hand on the glass. I feel the lost road, and I feel it fast. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I held the door till the sky ran dry. What could have been? What could have been still lives in me, and it won't leave. Maybe that's how we learn, by what slips through. A heart can break and still stay true. I carry the years like stones in my hand. Some dreams don't go where we planned. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I held the door till the sky ran dry. What could have been? What could have been still lives in me, and it won't leave. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I love you still, for the life we missed. I found your note in the drawer by the old blue mug. Same small words, same old hurt. We said forever like it was easy, like time would wait. But the days kept moving, and the door stayed closed. I still see it, the life we drew. Little hands, a house for two. I still feel it, like a wound in glass. What we were gone too fast. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I hold the shape of what we had. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. Broken promises in my hands, missing what could have been. What could have been? Missing what could have been. Your jacket still hangs by the hallway wall. I don't wear it, but I touch it all. There were names we picked for the days ahead. Now they sit in dust by the bed. I still hear it in the quiet room. Your voice said stay. I said too soon. I still see it like a faded sky. Two good hearts passing by. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I hold the shape of what we had. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. Broken promises in my head, missing what could have been. face, a different name, but the loss still ends the same way. In a mother's chest, in a child's day, in my life, in your line too. A dream is born, then split in two. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I hold the shape of what we had. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. Broken promises in my hands, missing what could have been. What could have been? Missing what could have been. I never had. I found your note in a drawer by the blue cap on the floor. We were young in that small room, talking big like we were sure. You said we'd see the sea, you said we'd leave by 3, but the train came and went, and it took that dream with me. Now the night feels long, like a road I can't cross. I hold your words so tight, but they turn into loss. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. We had a sky we never got to try. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I miss the light we left behind. Your old shirt still fits the chair, your laugh hangs in the air. I keep the map we drew, half the towns were never there. My mother says time moves on, my father says be strong, but I still taste that day like a song that won't be gone. Every year feels new, but it ends the same way. I carry your name like a stone in my pocket each day. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. We had a sky we never got to try. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I miss the light we left behind. Maybe some hearts just stay in the rooms they knew. Maybe every generation loses something true. I stand where we stood by the cracked front gate, and I talk to the dark like it might give back that day. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. We had a sky we never got to try. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I miss the light we left, and the one for me. For me, for me. I found your note in the blue coat in the old drawer by the bent comb. Your name still stings on my left hand like a small cut that never closed. We said forever like it was easy. We said someday like it would wait. Now the room knows what we lost here. Every old chair keeps your shape. One last goodbye. One last goodbye. What we could have been still haunts me. One last goodbye. One last goodbye. I keep your almost in my chest. The train was late. You missed the turn. I held the door, then let it close. Years came fast and came apart like cheap thread in a hard rain. Your laugh stays near in the kitchen light, in the chipped cup by the window. We were young then, full of bright lights, full of new roads we thought were ours. Now I look back and I can see the future we made slip through our hands. One last goodbye. One last goodbye. What we could have been still haunts me. One last goodbye. One last goodbye. I keep your almost in my chest. Dark hole, two small hearts missing the same home. One last goodbye. One last goodbye. What we could have been still haunts me. One last goodbye. One last goodbye. I keep your chest. One last goodbye. I love the shape of what we missed. I found your name in dust on an old blue box. 3 cheap rings, 1 note, and a crack in the lock. You said I won't leave, like it was a fact. Now the room feels small with your shadow in back. I keep the small things that should not stay. A bus ticket, a promise, gone the wrong way. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. What could have been still lives inside. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I miss the light we almost tried. The house is the same, but it sounds less kind. Your shoe by the door, and the years behind. We laughed at the rain, we planned past June. Now I fold your face like an old tune. I kept believing you'd turn around, but broken promises make a heart sound. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. What could have been still lives inside. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I miss the light we almost tried. Every hand learns loss in its own slow way. Every heart keeps score of what won't stay. Mine held you close, then lost that fight. Some futures fall before they light. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. What could have been still lives inside. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I miss the light we almost tried. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I'll let you go, not tonight. I found your note in the blue coat by the front door light. Your words were small, but they hit me hard, and I held them tight. We said next year, like it was near, like time would wait for us. Now every room has a missing side, and the air feels rough. I keep the cup you left on the shelf. I say your name to no one else. I see that road we never got to drive, and it hurts too much to stay alive. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. What could have been still lives in my mind. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. that never had time. Your chair is gone, but I still look there. When the house gets quiet, the porch steps creak like your old shoes. When you came in smiling, we had small plans and brave young hands, and a future in our talk. Now I hold dust and old photos where your laugh still walks. I keep the cup you left on the shelf. I say your name to no one else. I see that road we never got to drive, and it hurts too much to stay alive. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. What could have been still lives in my mind. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I miss the dream that never had time. Every ache says mine was the hardest, but pain still knows my face. My mother cried, my son will too, when hope slips out of place. So I let go of the words we saved, and the life we drew in chalk. Still I keep one small light where your name can talk. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. What could have been still lives in my mind. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I miss the dream that never had time. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I loved you then, I love you tonight. I keep the old note in my blue coat. Your name still fits in my hand. We said soon, we said wait. Now the rain knows what we planned. I can see it clear like glass in my mind. That road we built ran out of time, and every small thing that we left behind still calls your face into my mind. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I held the future, then let it slide. What could have been still lives inside. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. The chair by the door still pulls me there, like you might walk in with your hair half wet. The cup on the shelf, the cracked spoon too, little proof that I still kept you. I can see it clear, like glass in my mind. That road we built ran out of time, and every small thing that we left behind still calls your face into my mind. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I held the future, then let it slide. What could have been still lives inside. One last goodbye. One last goodbye. Maybe every age has this same pain, a door half open, a name in rain. We grow, we lose, we try again, but some old hurt still knows our name. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I held the future, then let it slide. What could have been still lives inside. One last goodbye. One last goodbye. One last goodbye. One last goodbye. I say it slow. I love that life. I'll never know. I found your note in the blue coat, in the old drawer by the bent comb. Your name still stings on my left hand, like a small cut that never closed. We said forever like it was easy. We said someday like it would wait. Now the room knows what we lost here. Every old chair keeps your shape. One last goodbye. One last goodbye. What we could have been still haunts me. One last goodbye. One last goodbye. I keep your almost in my chest. The train was late, we missed the turn. I held the door, then let it close. Years came fast, then came apart like cheap thread in a hard rain. Your laugh stays near in the kitchen light, in the chipped cup by the window. We were young then, full of bright lights, full of new roads we thought were ours. Now I look back and I can see the future we made slip through our hands. One last goodbye. One last goodbye. What we could have been haunts me. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I keep your almost in my chest. Maybe it was always this fragile. Maybe some dreams break as they grow. Still I hear us in the dark hall, two small hearts missing the same home. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. What we could have been still haunts me. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I keep your almost in my chest. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I'll love the shape of what we missed. I kept the old key in the top blue drawer next to your small note from the year before. We said maybe soon, we said for sure. Now the room is quiet, but I still want more. I see the mark on the wall by the frame. I still say your name like it could stay the same. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I held the door till the sky ran dry. What could have been, what could have been, still lives in me, and it won't leave. Your shoes by the mat, your coat on the chair, little life signs like you might come there. Every birthday song, every cracked old plate, every small year I did not save. I trace the past with my hand on the glass. I feel the lost road, and I feel it fast. One last goodbye, one last goodbye. I held the door till the sky ran dry. What could have been, what could have been, still lives in me, and it won't leave. Maybe that's how we learn, by what slips through. A heart can break and still stay true. I carry the years like stones in my hand. Some dreams don't go where we planned. One last goodbye, last goodbye. I held the door till the sky ran dry. What could have been? What could have been? Still lives in me, and it won't leave. One last goodbye. One last goodbye. I love you still for the life we missed.